A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a stark warning, Ken McCallum, the Director General of MI5, revealed that the United Kingdom is grappling with a significant escalation in state-sponsored threats, particularly from hostile nations such as Russia and Iran. During an unprecedented public address at the UK's Counter-Terrorism Command Centre in London, McCallum disclosed that the number of state threat investigations conducted by MI5 has surged by an astonishing 48% over the past year. This alarming statistic underscores the growing complexity and interconnectedness of threats faced by the UK, as hostile states increasingly recruit criminals to carry out their nefarious activities. McCallum highlighted that the UK is witnessing a staggering rise in assassination attempts and sabotage plots, which are being orchestrated by foreign state actors. He emphasized that the threats are not limited to traditional terrorism but extend to state-backed criminal activities that pose a direct danger to national security. The MI5 chief elaborated on the specific threats posed by Iran, noting that his agents and police have thwarted 20 potentially lethal plots linked to Tehran since 2022. These threats have primarily targeted individuals of Iranian descent who oppose the Iranian regime. However, McCallum cautioned that if the geopolitical situation in the Middle East deteriorates further, particularly in response to recent Iranian missile attacks, the scope of Iranian aggression could broaden to include targets within the UK itself. Turning his attention to Russia, McCallum pointed out that despite the expulsion of over 750 Russian diplomats from various European nations since the onset of the Ukraine conflict, Russian state actors are increasingly resorting to proxies to execute their operations. He specifically noted the activities of the GRU, Russia's military intelligence agency, which is allegedly engaged in a campaign to incite chaos in British and European cities through acts of arson, sabotage, and other dangerous endeavors. The MI5 head remarked that both Russia and Iran are known to exploit criminal networks, ranging from international drug traffickers to petty criminals, to carry out their illicit schemes. This strategy not only complicates the intelligence landscape, but also highlights the extent to which these nations are willing to go to achieve their objectives. McCallum's address comes at a time when the UK's official terror threat level stands at substantial, indicating that an attack is likely. Since 2017, MI5 and law enforcement agencies have successfully disrupted 43 late-stage terror plots, thereby preventing potential tragedies and saving countless lives. However, McCallum expressed concern over the resurgence of the Islamic State group, which, despite the collapse of its self-proclaimed caliphate in Iraq and Syria, appears to be regaining momentum. He attributed the revival of ISIL to the pervasive influence of the internet, which facilitates the dissemination of extremist propaganda and recruitment materials. The MI5 director warned that young people are particularly vulnerable to online radicalization, with a notable increase in the number of minors involved in terror investigations. He emphasized that the nature of extremism has evolved, with a disturbing trend of extreme right-wing terrorism gaining traction among youth, fueled by sophisticated online propaganda that resonates with their cultural experiences. McCallum's remarks serve as a sobering reminder of the multifaceted threats facing the UK today. The interplay between state-sponsored aggression, domestic terrorism, and the radicalization of young individuals presents a formidable challenge for MI5 and law enforcement agencies. As the geopolitical landscape continues to shift, the need for vigilance and proactive measures to safeguard national security has never been more critical. The MI5 chief concluded his address by acknowledging the immense responsibility on the shoulders of intelligence agencies in navigating this complex threat environment. He reiterated the commitment of MI5 to protect the public and maintain the safety of the nation, even as it confronts an unprecedented array of challenges. The rise in state-sponsored threats, particularly from adversarial nations, highlights the urgent need for collaboration between intelligence agencies, law enforcement, and the public to mitigate risks and ensure a secure future for the UK. As the situation evolves, the role of MI5 in countering these threats will be pivotal in maintaining peace and stability in an increasingly volatile world. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.